some of the challenges we were facing was getting people to actually come in for our intro classes. So they would express interest, they would book a class, through whatever advertising we did, and then we'd be having to do follow-up phone call after follow-up phone call because people just don't show up the first time. They don't show up the second time, maybe the third, maybe the fourth time. A lot of that work we've alleviated by using Spark's automation system. So they get text message reminders before the class, 2 days before, the day of, helps bring them in. They can reschedule directly through the calendar. It just takes a lot of the busy work out of doing this so that when the person comes in the door, there's a good chance we're going to have a qualified lead that we're going to be able to sign up as a new student. It just makes it so much easier. The other thing that has been a big difference was our tuition collection. People have always been pretty good about paying me, not on time. We would always run 10 to 15% per month behind, who was a week late, who was 3 days late, who was, a month late. They forgot to send in the payment, they didn't, for whatever reason they come up with. With Spark, with the fact that we can email them a link saying, hey, you missed your payment, and they can take care of it from home, they don't have to come in and do it, has made it so much easier. The automation of doing it and having it scheduled automatically and not having to do it. Back when we first started doing credit cards, I had to manually batch them in 2 or 3 times a month, which just took hours. Don't have to do any of that nonsense anymore. It just happens once we set them up. We're down to only like a 1 to 5% of our tuition being in arrears at this point in time, which has made a huge difference for cash flow. It's made it just easier to run the business. Some of the stuff that we've used specifically is the automations through Ignite. It just makes everything run smoother. We can send messages out without having to go to the third-party program. Like today was a snow day. We were able to send a message to everybody, let them know that there's no classes because of it. Didn't have to sit there and make phone calls. It's done. It took 2 minutes to do it instead of an hour.